Hello, everybody. Welcome to another chaotic live stream here at BirdNerd HQ. I thought what I'd do to start off with is we have chicken fish, because you might be able to hear that Charlie is really keen to come out. So I thought we'll have a little bit of variety. We'll have chip and fish out for as long as we can stand Charlie's naughtiness. And then we'll get Charlie and Olive out, because I know everyone's itching to see what Charlie and Olive are like when they are kind of out and about and things like that. So they're going to be live and you can see how they behave. And I apologise in advance if Charlie is very noisy and is winding up your birds, because he probably is. But he's very cheeky. But yes, let's start off with chip and fish. Here's the big banana boy. Say hello. What do we think, banana boy or lemon boy? I'm thinking lemon boy. They're both looking so scruffy because of the molt. And you say hello. Say hi, everybody. But yes, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Special hello and thank you to my patrons and channel members. I'm really excited to have you all here today. Fish is determined to try and jump on the keyboard, and we really don't want that to probably end up stopping the live stream. So, yeah, very naughty. I'm so excited. As usual, throughout this kind of live stream and stuff, I'll be taking questions, so do drop me any questions. I try and keep up with the chat as much as possible, but it's quite small text, and it is quite fast moving because there's so many of you lovely people here. So I'll do my very best to keep up with everything. But if I miss your question for any reason, just drop it down in the chat again, and I will get to it. Just draw my attention to it. But yes, hello everybody. The boys are super excited. There's something about being live. We just get them so excited. Say hello. Say hello, world. Thank you so much for coming to see us today. Lots of barking. We call them Bark Simpson when they do, don't we? So we'll see how long, as I said, we can deal with Charlie being cheeky, and he will be coming out with Olive in a little bit. But as I said, I wanted a bit of variety with the birdies. So should we talk about some updates and some things like that? Well, everybody, yeah, Bark Simpson, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly, not Bark. So yeah, let's do some updates, because there's lots to update you all on. It's been a little while since I live streamed. We had a few issues last week, but we're here now, so it's all good. I think they're not going to be out for too long, because I think Charlie's going to be pretty desperate to come out. But the first update I wanted to talk about is if you are interested in YouTube channel members or anything like that, I have got it's going to be so distracting. For YouTube channel members, I now only have the very bottom tier, which is like 99p a month. If you want to join that, and you get all of the custom emojis of all the birds, and you get a little icon next to your name, which is really cute. But I thought I would just do the very bottom tier. If you want to support the channel or the birds in any way, like a really just small kind of thing, then YouTube channel members is 99p, and then you get all those emojis for like the live streams and things like that, and I think they're really cute. I did have the other two slightly higher tiers, but to be honest, you get better value for money if you wanted to support the flock a little more via Patreon, because you get access to like, I don't know, 70 or 80 videos straight away if you sign up now, and you get like a handwritten card from me. I know there's a couple outstanding, they will be coming, but you get a handwritten card from me on various levels, and extra content and videos and updates and all kinds of stuff on different levels. And it wasn't possible to kind of do that on YouTube channel members as well. So as I said, for YouTube channel members, if you want to support the flock in any kind of small way, you do not have to, and I don't expect it. It's 99p on here, or if you're on Patreon, there's loads of different options on there. But I just wanted to let people know in case they're like, why have the other tiers gone? Yes, I really apologise if Chip and Fish and Charlie and everybody are setting your birds off. Do you know what? I think let's all say goodbye to Chip and Fish. So I know that Charlie's just going to be an absolute menace. So I think he just wants to be with his Olive. Let's go and put Chip and Fish back, and then we can get Olive out, and then they can have a little cuddle, hopefully. And then I can actually tell you some other updates. So say bye, guys. It's short and sweet, like 4 minutes. I'll be back in a second. Come on, the troubles. Oh, you're such a good boys. Every live stream is just completely chaotic, but I guess that's kind of my life now. So it's all part of the fun. So are we ready for some chaos with Charlie? Let's go and get him and see if he's going to behave. Come on then, Trouble. Are you you coming? Oh, easy. Here he comes. I love you too. We'll get Olive in a second, but let's say hello, everybody. I love you, Bear. Birdie bird. Now he's just gonna, yeah, you're gonna talk, aren't you? Oh my goodness. I'm not even getting to talk to anybody. It's just, oh, that was lovely. That's Charlie's contribution. Don't go on the keyboard, trouble. Right, let's get Olive out as well. I'm gonna go back in the chair. Where is she? Where's your girlfriend? You coming, sweet pea? Here she is. It's baby What. Here she comes. Say hello, world. Where's your boyfriend? Are you talking to everybody? Can you say hello? Oh, you're so smart. I feel like I'm not even talking to you guys because it's literally just absolute chaos. Right, what are we going to do? No, you're not having all those seeds. Right. Let's see. Are we going to have some cuddles? Okay, we're just going to freak out. All good fun. Right, shall I actually tell you some stuff about what's been going on? Louie's going to kick off. I apologise. You might want to listen to this with headphones. Apparently it's just going to be one of those days where it's really noisy. Everyone's going to be noisy, aren't they? Do you want to go to the back of the chair? Yeah? We'll let everybody see you over there. Are you coming too, Charles? Maybe. Okay, so let's talk about the pet parrot gathering. You may have seen David and I's recent videos. We are going to be going to the pet parrot gathering in Stafford on the Saturday, the 8th of July, and you can meet us if you want to, if that's something that interests you. But you are going to be doing a couple of talks there, and it's run with the Parrot Society UK. Guys, oh my goodness. It's run with the Parrot Society UK, and there's more information in those videos, but for anyone who's in other parts of the world and is disappointed they may be missing out on our talks, what we're going to be doing is doing either potentially live versions of the talks, or we will put them on our store. We'll record them ourselves and upload them that way. So, where are you guys? So we will do it that way, hiding from me, and then you'll still have access to the talks if you are interested in the topics. Hi. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you hadn't seen David's video where he mentioned that the talks are going to be available on our store. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's have a quick look at the chat. How many birds do we have? We have 8 birds. 8 cheeky babies. Charlie is raiding the hemp seeds. It's chaos. I mean, it wouldn't be a BirdNerdSophie Livestream if it wasn't absolute chaos. And noise and naughtiness, would it? Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, there's stuff going on that weekend. As I said, it would be really lovely if any of you are around for that weekend on Saturday, the 8th of July, to come and go to the event. There's going to be loads of vendors, other talks and things like that. It should be a good event. And we're quite excited because it's actually our first parrot expo convention. I don't know what you call it really, for a really long time. The last one we went to was, I think, in 2019, and we only had chip and fish then. And obviously we've got a few more birdie birds now, haven't we? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully find some lovely things to spoil all the babies with. Hopefully meet some other pet parrot owners and see some other species. Charlie's getting so excited because I'm talking. Olive wants the hemp seeds. Yes, looking like it's gonna be a good event. So if you are around that day, then do come and say hello. And we can have some kisses and cuddles now. So if you aren't on Patreon, the kind of secret's out now that Olive and Charlie are very well bonded. As you can see, he's giving me little kisses. The first thing he usually does, other than on a live stream day, is I'll let them out. He'll fly over to her, kiss her on the head and say, I love you, which is adorable. Everybody's raiding the hemp seeds. You're so naughty. Then they just get extra treats because I'm trying to keep an eye on everything. Come here before you stop the live stream. Louis is just being so naughty. I may have to give him a treat straw, and I don't really like doing that because obviously it's kind of like reinforcing it, but it is a live stream, so let's go and do it, shall we, Charlie? You sit there. Back in a second, once again. Right. Do we think that we could have some quiet so I can actually talk to everybody? Maybe for 5 minutes. We'll see. We'll see how long that's brought us, and we'll just repair the behaviour later. It's fine. Everything goes to pot on, on a live stream, but it's all good. Right, what else have I got to tell you? Northern Parrots are going to be running a competition very shortly, and you can win one of 7 aviator harnesses, which is very cool. I will see if I can leave the blog link, but otherwise check out their blog because it will have all the information on the competition. So if you're interested in getting a harness, then you can have a look at that. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Do you not want to be in your little jar? Is it all a bit much? Is it all very exciting? So I thought I'd also give you a few updates on the birds, if we can have 5 minutes apiece. So let's have a look. So Kipling is being very, that's a bit I should probably be censoring that really. That's Charlie's bottom. So I hope you all enjoyed that special treat. Come here, nobody needs to see that. Come here. Okay, he's just like, you're all going to have to see his behind. So I apologise for that. Yes, Kipling is being super clingy with me at the moment, which is adorable. I love him very much. But he's definitely a handful as well. Are you going to come here? Good boy. Where's my treats? He's a very good boy, isn't he? So that's been really nice because I do love Kipling, but he's a handful. He bit my ear really badly yesterday. I think if you're squeamish, then like pause me or mute me for a second. But I think he may have split the cartilage in my ear up here. It's like I can't feel my ear. Charlie's biting me now. All good fun. But I do love him, and it's very nice for him to be very clingy and wanting to interact with me. If I leave the room, he's always looking for me. So that's very cute. Louis is being very naughty. You may have heard him. He is... Charlie, come on there. Okay, Charlie's biting me. So if you'd like to know what we do if he bites, try and set him down. Now I'm going to ignore him for 5 seconds. And then we're going to give him an opportunity to earn reinforcement by asking him something I do want him to do, which is spin. Good boy. So he's just getting really overstimulated because I'm talking very loudly. That did hurt quite a lot because crimson belly beaks are very sharp. And I am going to be doing a crimson belly care guide soon for anyone who's interested in what they're really like. Louis being very naughty. His favourite thing to do at the moment is to make really loud, high-pitched noises and try and scare all the birds so they fly around because he loves the reaction. That's one of the things with parrots. They don't really see positive or negative reactions. It's just a reaction that they are after. So, he's been very cheeky with that, and they do tend to react a fair bit. Where's Olive? She's there. So that's very cheeky of him. Charlie and Olive, as I said, they are very well bonded. I'm trying to actually let you see them. I think Olive wants to go on the stand, maybe. Should we put you on the stand? Come on. There we go, sweet pea. There we go. That'll keep them quiet for a little bit. They're very well bonded. There will be an update on Patreon very soon about the next steps for us. Obviously, they are living separately at the moment, but we have put a lot of work in. But saying that, they are one of the quickest bonding experiences we've had, which we're very thankful for. I mean, we've wanted a companion for Olive for a long time, but she wasn't ready in herself. A lot of people have been asking us, why haven't we got her a companion, because we've had her for some time now, and she wasn't ready, and she was showing a lot of signs that she wasn't ready until now, where she was wanting to interact with cockatiels and just being more confident in general, especially with us. So we were like, okay, we are looking for a companion, and Charlie's situation came up, and it all has kind of really worked out. And I'm really, really grateful, because when we were bonding Pickles and Scampi, it took about 8 months of really hard work. So we have been very grateful that they have bonded so quickly. Charlie and David's relationship it's not like a constant upward. It's very much like that. Some days are good, some days are not so good. We had some good moments today. And one of the things that's really adorable with Charlie and David's relationship is when David's painting his miniatures, it's all non-toxic paint, no fumes, for anyone who kind of freaking out about that. When he's painting his miniatures, he wheels Charlie's cage over, he puts some music on, that kind of thing. And Charlie loves spending time with David with that protective contact barrier. So yeah, he just kind of, he gravitates towards him, he sits near him, he knows that he gets a random schedule of reinforcement with treats when David's there, so that's always quite tempting. And he has recently been kind of napping next to David as well, which is so sweet because obviously our beginnings with Charlie were very challenging, and crimson belly conures are very, very challenging birds anyway. Something I want to stress, like they are not the right species for a lot of people, and that's not me kind of gatekeeping crimson belly conures. They're just so challenging by far, but they're making good progress. So yeah, we'll see what goes on. But if you'd like to know the next updates on Olive and Charlie, that is going to be on Patreon hopefully in the next few days. Parrots on Wheels, will you or David be doing any kind of vlogging when you go to the pet parrot gathering? Yes. So I love vlogging. It's always a bit awkward sometimes when you're walking around with a camera out in public. I do love it, but it takes a lot of mental energy because you sometimes you just want to be in the moment. You're like, oh, I should be filming this, and you have to get your camera out. I am planning on vlogging it. I think it'll be really cool for people around the world, let alone in the UK, to see a parrot event, see what it's like. It is a new event, so I don't know how busy it's going to be and that kind of thing, but we are expecting it to be busier. Its first year was last year, and it was a bit quieter, but we are expecting to be a lot busier this year, which is going to be very exciting. And as I said, it'll be really lovely to see some of you there. It is a bit of a journey for David and I, and obviously we're not going to bring any of the birds with us because of the journey and just the whole chaos of it, but you can bring your own bird if you register with the Parrot Society beforehand. If you need any information on that, drop me a message and I can let you know. But I'm really excited for it, but also anxious because whenever I leave the birds for a long period of time, it does make me quite anxious, but hopefully we're going to have a couple of resources popping in to make sure they're all good. And I've got my new pet cam now from Pet Cube, so I can open that up and check that they're okay and not getting up to mischief when I'm out. So yes, that's always going to be fun. Chip and Fish, as you may have seen at the start, if you joined us right at the start, they are still molting. Chip, I think he's coming to the end now. He's been molting for a while. Fish is doing a very extreme molt. He looks so scruffy, bless him. And he put on a lot of weight before the molt. I'm not sure if people realise that some birds do put on a lot of extra weight before they molt because it is very energy taxing and resource taxing. So a lot of birds need to have a lot of stored up energy for the molt because it is very strenuous on the body. So he is losing all of that weight now that he is molting, which is perfectly normal for him. And that is awesome because, yeah, they're definitely due a molt. And speaking of molting, Pickles and Scampi, I mean, everyone's kind of molting at the moment. Charlie is just losing a few feathers. But yeah, everyone is kind of looking like they're molting. Pickles and Scampi are definitely molting. Scampi is so overdue for his molt. He got a little bit stressed a little while back and we were trying to identify what the cause was. Luckily, he's totally all good. He's totally fine now and he is finally molting. So his molt was quite delayed and he really needed to molt those feathers out because he did have some very, very tattered, sort of almost black looking ones on his wing because they were so old. It wasn't anything kind of nutritional or touching him or anything like that. It's just purely because those feathers were so old. So we're really happy that they're coming out now and he's looking so beautiful. So yeah. Molting is always fun, and I'm like a little magpie looking for my treasure when they're molting because I'm like, where's all the good feathers? I can't bring myself to throw away a nice feather. So as you may have seen from my Instagram or community tab, I do save the little cockatiel cheek feathers in a little vial. I have got a conure vial for their kind of little head and eye feathers. I only have 3 in there because they are really, really hard to find. When it's the cockatiel like cheek feathers and they're bright orange, it's quite easy. For conure ones, they are real kind of gold dust treasures. So we'll see how long it takes. Even though we've got 6 conures, I think it's going to take quite a long time to fill that vial up. But it's fine. I've got lots of other feathers, tail feathers and stuff, and have some crafting plans. But again, it's finding the time to do everything. We've got so many plans of things that we want to create and do. And again, we're in a smaller space than we'd like, so we're restricted, and mental health stuff and all kinds of things mean that things can be challenging. I am just going to go and get Olive so she doesn't jump on the conure cage. How long does molting last for? Really depends on the bird. It does take a good few weeks because they obviously don't lose all of their feathers in one go, and they do have thousands of feathers. Some birds take longer than others. So how long's a bit of string is the answer to that one, but a good few weeks. Right, come on in, Miss Olive. Come on, troublemaker. Let me come. There she is. There's my baby bird. There's my little baby. Here she is. Give you a little snack. Yeah. You coming as well, little child? Oh my goodness, my hair's all over the place. And we recently taught Charlie to wave. I'll see if I can get him to do it, but he might be too excited. Let's have a look. Can you wave? Charlie, wave? No, he knows I've got treats. I'll do it in a minute. Pop you on there, Olive. Chippy Fish is so excited now. It's chaos. Right. Where is the event in Stafford being held? It's at the Stafford County Showground. Never been myself. I'm sure it's lovely, but it's kind of near Birmingham. Is Stafford, if anyone else doesn't know. Yeah, thank you. Can you wave to everyone? Birdie bird. Charlie. Ready? Can you wave? You wave? Good boy. Nice work. We'll try and do that again. Charlie. You know what? I haven't even got through my updates yet. So if anyone has any questions, just drop them in the chat as we're here. And hopefully, birds will be quiet. Ready? Birdie bird. Can you say, hello, everybody? Good boy. Charlie's a good boy. Yeah, the other cool thing that Charlie does is when he's sitting with David, he will say, Charlie's a good boy. And he only says it for David. He doesn't say it for me. And I think that's really cute. So he has his own special little thing for David. Would you like some water? Yeah? Oh, big drinkies for everybody. Yeah? Is it nice? I tell you, these live streams and David's not here, very, very challenging to manage. Oh my goodness, Charlie is such a thirsty man. Oh my goodness, what a good boy. Okay, don't drink my drink though. Right, so a quick look at the chat. Which birds are the loudest? Do you mean out of my birds or in the world? Assuming it's out of our birds. Who's the loudest? I would say, I don't know. I would like to get like a little decibel meter and find out who's the loudest out of the cockatiels or the green cheeks. The crimsons can be very loud, but I think the green cheeks are more piercing with their sounds. Chip and fish do this kind of persistent rah, rah, when they're hormonal or that kind of thing. Charlie, stop showing everybody your bottom. Nobody needs to see that. And your big foot as well. Well, welcome to Charlie's live stream of his back end. Oh my goodness. These birds, I tell you, they make me laugh every day. Woohoo! Yeah, should we come here instead? He's just dancing on top of the laptop now, so I don't know if you can even hear me. Come here. You're so excited. I know. You're so excited, isn't he? Should we bring the sand over and try and bring some order to this chaos? Yeah, right. Okay. Lulu. Yeah, everyone's loud. This is just part and parcel of having conures and cockatiels. They are not quiet birds. I was doing a little bit of research in my crimson bellied video that I'm going to do, and a lot of sources say that they are quiet conures. A lot of sources say that green cheeks are quiet conures. Does anybody agree? based on my live streams and the chaos of my life. Let's have a quick look. Everyone here is molting. Yeah, it's definitely molting season. Molting and hormones, the worst part. Are pineapple conures similar to crimson bellieds? No, they're completely different species. Guys, shh. Louis, I told you Louis is a menace. Crimson bellieds and pineapples. A pineapple is just a type of green cheek. They are completely different species. They're not the same species. A lot of people think that crimson belly is just another colour variation, but they're completely different species. They have a lot of differences. David did a difference kind of thing in his crimson belly video where he talks about their physical characteristics. I will have more of that in my crimson belly conure care guide coming up soon. And I'm thinking of updating my conure care guide as well, because I watched it back today and it's quite old and it's made me cringe. So I think there's a few videos from a long time ago that I filmed that I would like to redo. Again, it's about having time to do it and not having all this noise, because anytime there's any kind of peeping in the background of our videos, we always get people like really rude in the comments, like, you should have all this soundproofing on your walls. You should have a studio. You should have a microphone. It's like, well, are you volunteering to pay for it? Are you volunteering to get us a new house, or we have our own studio? Wouldn't that be nice? But that's not reality. We live in a home with birds. They're going to make noise. So I apologize for our videos having bird noises. Yes, Charlie does have a very colourful behind. His is more grey and cream, whereas Kipling has a blue one. So if you ever wanted to know, there's a way to tell them apart. How long do you leave your birds out to fly around for? We have quite a good rota and schedule, because not all the birds can be out together. You guys are not even in the same shot. They're eating from the same bowl. It's very cute. Yeah, it varies from day to day, but it starts from the second I get up. I start feeding, watering, and getting birds out and stuff before I've even done anything for myself, before I've even done my medication. So it's a process. As we've said on many live streams, we'd love to move somewhere where we have a bit more space. We'd love to have indoor aviaries and a different system for things, but YouTube is just determined to not show our videos to anybody. But you know, that's a story for another day. But something that is cool, and if you guys have a few spare pennies, you may want to support us. We are bringing out some new merch designs. You may have seen a sneak peek on Instagram. I'm just waiting for the cockatiel ones to be ready, and they'll be going up on our Redbubble store, and you can get these designs on all different kinds of products, and it's all just a bit of fun. I know I'm going to be spending most of my own money in my own store, which is going to be silly, but I'm going to look the part. I'm going to be nice and fashionable. And there's going to be lots of other kind of bits and pieces on there. So I'm excited to do that, because we wanted to update the designs for a while. So even if nobody else wants one, I'm just going to be my own best customer. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Judy, hi Judy. Can my bird have dandelions? Yes, I can. If you are getting dandelions from outside, firstly you can use the leaves and the flowers. They're both awesome. You do need to kind of give them a decent wash, because they'll be coming straight from the ground. But you want to make sure that they are not near a roadside. And if you're getting them from outside, that to your knowledge, no kind of dogs and cats have been on there and doing their business, that kind of thing. Because you want them to be nice and clean. So yes, dandelions are very, very healthy for your birds, both the leaves and the flower and the root, actually. I mean, the whole part of the dandelion is really healthy and safe for birds. Quiet is relative. I mean, quiet in this house is like that. That's quiet for us. There's a reason why I have tinnitus from working with parrots for like 14 years. Is they're very noisy. I'd be worried if there wasn't any bird noise. Yeah, I mean, it is fun, but for the logistics of YouTube, it can definitely be a challenge. As I said, we'd love to have a separate space that we can go to film to, but we do not live in a big place. We don't have like a spare room that we could convert into a filming room at this moment in time. Maybe one day, we'll see. Yeah, it's always birds first when the day starts, pretty much. I've just kind of accepted now, like, I get them all fed and watered, poo picked, then I'll have a few seconds to myself to do my meds, maybe grab a bite to eat, get dressed, that kind of stuff, and then it's bird time and trying to work around them and that kind of thing. What's the merch link? It's on our YouTube page. I don't know if anyone is able to get it for me, otherwise drop me a DM. But the new merch isn't up yet, but there are still designs up there at the moment. But it is our Redbubble store. It's on the landing page of YouTube and in the About section, and it should be on my link tree on Instagram as well. Yeah, I literally haven't even got through my updates yet, and we're like half an hour in, so I apologize for that. This isn't really what I had planned, but then can you even really plan when you have birds? Like nothing goes to plan. But again, if you do have any questions, keep dropping them in and we'll have a quick peek at what's been going on. Oh, the other thing I want to let you guys know as well. So many things. Right, I think this is my last update. The nutritional enrichment course that we did a little while back that was live, absolutely loved it. It was amazing. We have now recorded that again, because we don't like to record in session because of data protection and everyone having to sign all sorts of stuff to say that they're happy because people will be present, that kind of thing. We have now re-recorded the session, just me and David, and it will be going up on our Shopify store soon once I've edited it and put it together. anyone who took part in the nutritional enrichment course the first time around when it was live, you will have access to that recording for free, because obviously you've already paid for the experience, and we will give more details when it's actually up and stuff for you to be able to claim that freebie. If you weren't live, then it will be up on the store soon, along with various other bits and pieces that we're working on behind the scenes. And as I said, for the pet parrot gathering, if you aren't able to attend for whatever reason, we will be then re-recording our talks that we prepared and delivered there, and they'll go up on our store as well. We may do them live too. We'll just see. Live is fun, but a logistical nightmare. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on. And hello for everyone who's been sort of trickling in and stuff. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, especially channel members and Patreon members as well. The live stream wouldn't be as fun as you couldn't hear the birds. Well, I think there's never going to be a live stream where you can't hear the birds, because it's just determined to make noise. Charlie does make me laugh when he gets so overexcited with his talking, but as you probably saw, he then got overstimulated and he was absolutely nailing my hand, which hurt quite a bit. But the key is to remain nice and calm. Obviously, I couldn't be complete neutral because I'm in the middle of a live stream, but I just set him down, somewhere neutral, took away my attention for 5 seconds, and then gave him an opportunity to earn reinforcement again, because we don't like timeouts. Timeouts don't work for parrots. They just lead to increased frustration and aggression. After you've given them that period of time where you've removed your attention, said, okay, the fun stops when you bite, you then say, but this is what I want you to do for reinforcement. And we have some Patreon videos which delves into the training science behind that. We did one recently on differential reinforcement and things like that. So if you like more in-depth training content and stuff, Patreon is there if you are interested. But of course, 99% of everything we make is free. Lots and lots of freebies. I think I've got almost 300 videos on my channel now, which is kind of crazy. But I just love it. I love YouTube. I love all things about it. Let's have a look. Do the birds ever get sunshine in the morning? My cockatiels love taking a bath and preening in the morning light. Yes, the sun comes through the bird room window first thing in the morning, which is a blessing and a curse, because obviously in the summer it comes through at like 5 or 4:30, and that doesn't work for us. We don't want hormonal birds, so we do have to use a blackout blind. They do enjoy the sunshine, they do enjoy sitting in the warmth. Now that the weather's getting better, we're hoping to take them for more walks in our travel carrier, and now that bird flu restrictions have been lifted as well. Again, our plans are to have outdoor aviaries at some point when we can move somewhere else, but I say this every live stream, just maybe manifesting works. I don't think it does. I'm not spiritual, I don't believe in that, but you know, got to have your fingers in various pots and hope that something works. But yes, all good fun. What about putting up some shelves or scissor rope perches so they can fly around and land high? If you want to do that, absolutely go for that. That is a great idea. We can't do it here. This place is not going to support that kind of stuff. We have got various play stands that we bring in and out and change up the room. It's obviously not something that we show because we only show a really small portion of our days. Like for this live stream, you'll see like an hour of my day. You don't see the other play stands that we bring in and set up, and the whole room is just a bird room, and then we move stuff around and stuff. So again, we have grand plans once we move somewhere else, because this is not a forever home for us. We started looking for a house before a certain thing happened all across the world, and now things have gone even more chaotic, so we will see. Third question. Bird safe plants to have as natural vegetation and natural oxygen production for the birds. That was a bit of a mouthful. Yeah, you can absolutely have lots of indoor plants. Again, we don't typically do it in here. I haven't got the setup to make plants in place so that they aren't going to be kicked over. Olive's just pooed in the food bowl. Olive, you're so naughty. Oh my goodness. But we do have like plants in the kitchen, like an aloe vera plant, which is safe, although you have to be careful with the sap inside the aloe vera because there's potential for that to be an irritant. But in general, the aloe vera plant is fine. You have succulents. In the summer, I do have herb plants. I think herbs, if you want to have indoor planting that's safe for birds, then definitely go for herb pots like mint, rosemary, sage, basil, whatever it may be, because not only is it nice and green and they can shred it, it's also really healthy for them. You can use it in chop, you can use it yourself. So if you are looking for any kind of bird safe planting, I'd start with herbs. I not green-fingered at all. I'm terrible with plants. Great with animals, terrible with plants. But again, when we can move somewhere else, I'm gonna learn to garden and grow and that kind of thing, because I do love seeing things grow. I am going to be doing a microgreens tutorial soon, so you can learn how to make microgreens inside, even if you don't have access to a garden. You can grow it without soil. My next video, though, next week, I'm planning on it being my DIY foraging tray video. Got it filmed, I haven't edited it yet, but I created some different kinds of foraging trays, which I really enjoyed. I always love a DIY. So excited for that one to come out. I'm excited for you guys to see more DIYs. I've got plenty in the pipeline. Hi Gina, welcome, come on in. So hopefully next week is going to be my DIY foraging trays video. I can't speak today. All this chaos. If you ever have any video requests, then please do let me know, because I would love to hear from you about what you'd like to see on the channel. And if you have a video request, it's always good to check mine and David's channels first, because we may have already made it. We have got hundreds of free videos. So always good fun. And Olive and Charlie are just having the most loveliest cuddles, which is adorable. Do your parrots have recall? Yeah. Every single one of our birds is recall trained and station trained. Of course, if I try and show you now, they're probably not going to do it, because they are quite happy having cuddles and snuggles. But yes, all of them are recall trained. Flight training for young cockatiels. So I do have a recall and stationing tutorial, again a very old one, which I need to redo. But if you'd like to know how to train your bird to fly to you and to fly to somewhere else, then I have that tutorial on there, and it works for any age bird of any ability. Again, Olive came to us clipped, and she'd never flown before at all. So we had to flight rehab her and train her how to use her wings, and it was very rewarding. So yes, that was a whole ramble. Okay, I think I'm caught up to everything. So for anyone who's joined us halfway through, just a quick one. Northern Parrots have got a competition coming up to win aviator harnesses. Go check out our blog for that. I've changed the YouTube channel memberships, so it's only the bottom tier ones that are available on here, because you get more for your money on Patreon if you want to sign up. You do not have to, don't expect anything like that. And then I'm going to keep going on about it because I'm really excited, is the Pet Parrot Gathering on the Saturday, the 8th of July in Stafford. So there's various bits and pieces coming up. But I'm free for questions now. So if anyone's got any questions, you want any updates, anything I haven't spoken about, then drop it in the comments and we can all have a nice chat. Any kind of topics you'd like me to cover, and just kind of ramble on, because we love a ramble, don't we? Don't we? Are you going to come over and say hello? Are you coming? Oh, hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Baby Olive. Hello. I'm so precious. And then Charlie's just kind of bulldozing his way. That's not very nice. They've got to learn their own boundaries now that they're bonding. So I try not to interfere. We've been doing a lot of observation with them, both this close and from a distance. And I am 99.9% confident if they're going to have a scrap, they're not going to hurt each other. Obviously, with other birds, if I let, for example, Charlie out with Pickles, I reckon they would fight to the point where somebody would get hurt. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be out. You don't want to be out with Pickles, do you? But as I said, we've been observing these two now for a long time, and they are very good at telling each other off, having their scrap. Like Charlie's just determined to do that, and then they'll just kind of come back and start preening each other. They've never gone for each other's eyes. Charlie, oh, we've got Feather as well. They've never gone for each other's eyes or anything like that. No feet, nothing. Yeah, birdie bird, you're so excited. Yeah, okay. Calm down. So, yeah. Gonna be nice and calm. I love you. Okay, everyone's just pooping on me, covering me in feathers. I'm covered in millet crumbs. Love you, baby bird. Oh my goodness me, Charlie Bear, aren't you naughty? I'm going to clean myself up. I'm going to try anyway. And yeah, drop your questions or conversation topics in the chat. Apparently we're flying off again. Oh my goodness. I love you too. I love you more. What do you want to say? Is Charlie a good boy? Silence for 10 seconds of the live stream. Let's have a quick look at the chat then. How many times a day do you train with them? We try and do usually sort of 2 or 3 training sessions per bird per day for between 2 and 5 minutes, sometimes less, sometimes more. So I've actually recently been doing a lot of capturing with Charlie and with Olive. He's so excited me talking, so I'm trying to... Do you see what I mean about Crimson Bellies changing like instantly? This is borderline aggression behaviour. Good boy. What was I saying? Training, yeah. So we train with every single bird every single day, usually 2 to 3 sessions. Sometimes we'll only have time for one, sometimes we'll have time for multiples. But when I was doing some capturing with Charlie to get his wave, because we couldn't train the wave in the normal way because when he steps up, it's more of a hop and it's really hard to pinpoint one foot because he's so quick with it. So I tried to train it through capturing instead, and he did really well after about 2 sessions. Oh my goodness. But one of the capturing sessions went on for about 10 minutes, and that's not something I'd normally recommend, but I could see how eager he was to take part. Same with Olive, sneaky peek. We are also training her to do like eagle wings, like Pickles does, where she raises her shoulders. But that is a longer process because it's not behaviour they present often. They do kind of lift up their feet to do various things, which is why it's a lot easier to capture the wave. But with doing the big wings, it's a lot harder to capture. You're so overstimulated right now. It's really difficult to film with Charlie, bless him, and Kipling. I said at the start, Kipling got me quite good. Again, I won't say what happened, but he got me quite good yesterday because I was trying to film with him. And it just kind of shows how... I mean, you saw Charlie was just relaxing with Olive a minute ago, and now he's being so overstimulated and nipping me on my fingers. I'm going on a complete tangent, aren't I? Keep losing my train of thought because I just keep getting excited. And Olive's just, okay, it's going to go and sit with Olive over there. That's fine. They can go and relax for a bit. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you that is the reality of having parrots. They're not just going to sit and behave all the time. And Crimson Bellies are just so challenging. We do love them to bits, but they're definitely not the right species for everybody, that's for sure. Yeah, Charlie he sounds very raspy. He has got a very, I mean, all of them, what I find really interesting just about parrots in general is they all have their own individual voices. I mean, you may hear like our green cheeks and think they all sound the same, or even chip and fish, but when you live with them, that kind of thing, and you may experience that with your own birds, they all have their own different voices and unique sounds and things like that. And I really love that. And I think it's something that's very endearing because it's really cute and unique. Having so many birds, do you have a schedule set up for training and bonding? Yes. From, the 12 hours that we have with the birds, it's birds. And obviously we are very lucky that it's David and I, it's not just me. So we do a lot of kind of rotations and things like that. And we'll do active work with them, like training and foraging and playing with them. And then some of the time that they're out, we'll be working or filming when they're out at the same time. So they'll be having out of cage time, but they'll also be filming with us. We try and multitask as much as possible. Sometimes I'll take a set of birds in the bedroom and they'll come and hang out with me while I'm doing stuff, and David will have some birds out in here and things. There are also going to be some days, like when we go to the pet parrot gathering, where they're going to have very limited out of cage time that day because we can't physically be in 2 places at once, and we don't have a bird sitter who is trained to have all of the birds out in different ways and that kind of thing. And that's okay. They are not going to suffer from having some in cage time occasionally, as long as the bulk of it is, having them out as much as possible, but also in an engaged way, because we say this all the time. A lot of people say it too. It's better to have quality time over quantity of time. You could have your birds out. There's some like competitions on the internet of like, oh, my bird's out for 24 hours a day. I'm the best bird person ever. And that's not actually necessarily the case, because if you're expecting your bird to just kind of sit there and they're not in like a bird room or aviary, they're not going to be engaged. They're just kind of expected to just sit there sometimes, and unless you've got like incredible play stands that are just in your living space anyway, they're probably going to get up to mischief. And there are so many dangers in our homes. They're going to look for wires and things like that. So it's more about quality time, but that's not to say that, you know, you should only have like 5 minutes of quality time and that's enough. It's obviously not enough for birds. It's a balancing act, and that's okay. Let's see. All right, Olive and Charlie are just praying over there, so that's fine. I'll have to just keep checking in because Pickles and, well, mostly Pickles, she can be quite territorial with her cage. And yeah, she doesn't like anybody coming in her space, and I can agree with that. I don't like people entering my personal space without permission, so I just want to make sure that everyone's behaving themselves. Bird poop is good luck. I mean, if bird poop is good luck, I must be the luckiest person in the world. Charlie, for the first time ever since he's come home, pooped in my hair after I washed it today, so loved that. But then, you know, it's all part and parcel of the fun, and there are some people who are quite squeamish about that sort of thing. I'm not. Being a zookeeper as well, you're always picking up all sorts with your bare hands and doing all sorts that a lot of people would not be comfortable with. So yeah, that doesn't bother me. I'm more squeamish about human stuff, to be honest. I think human stuff's gross. Animal stuff's fine. Would you ever want a bigger parrot? Yes, not in our current setup. Again, if we're talking about, you know, bird poop giving me good luck, we would love to have some land. I don't care about the size of the house, but the land we would love to have aviaries on. I'd love an aviary of African greys, just living in a flock. That would just be incredible. David likes macaws. I don't dislike macaws, but I've worked with them a lot, and I've had my fill of macaws, and you know, that's fine. Probably would not want any cockatoo species, maybe galahs. I do like galahs, but again, if we could have sort of big aviary style things and allow rescue parrots to live in big flocks, that would be really cool. I've always had a soft spot for Indian ringnecks. Alice, you're so naughty. Alice has joined the naughty club. Thank you very, very much, Alice. It's very, very generous of you. I say this every time. I don't expect you guys to send me stuff. It's very, very kind of you to do so. I'm just here for the birds. I'm here to chat to you guys. I really appreciate all of you being here. Thank you very much, Alice. You're very appreciated. Yeah, I really like Indian ringnecks. This is going to sound really superficial, and it's kind of more of a joke, but I always said that I wanted a blue Indian ringneck because my favorite color is blue, and I always wanted a bird to say I love you. I know they don't know what it means. Maybe I just need that validation in my life. I don't know. But Charlie says I love you all the time to me. It's the first thing he says to me in the morning after saying Charlie. So I guess I don't have to have ringnecks now. But no. Who knows? We in my head, I've always had this grand plan of being able to rescue as many birds as possible in appropriate large spaces with some land and stuff like that. But who knows if that will happen or when it will happen or anything like that. If we just stick with our current little flock that we have now, I'm more than content with that. If we are going to get more birds and live somewhere else, it is probably going to be budgies next. I do love budgies. David absolutely loves budgies. But definitely not here. We are maxed out. I think I've said that after every bird. I think I said that after Pickles, and then 5 birds later. We're not hoarders, but you know, we've got rid of most of the furniture to make it work. That's my life. I just want to live the bird life, and that's what I'm doing. So, I've had to cover the couch and chairs with sheets and lots of shredding toys because Nemo decides that he'd rather chew on the furniture. Yeah, they're naughty. Even when we are supervising the birds quite closely, they're very, very cheeky. So yeah, we just kind of accepted that we can't have fancy stuff because it's going to get covered in poops and all sorts. And Gina, you know, you're so naughty. Again, really appreciate you. You're so generous so often, and you really don't have to be. I just appreciate you being here and part of the community. But thank you very, very, very much. You're very sweet, and yeah, we appreciate all of you being here. As I said, I don't expect anything, but thank you for being in the naughty club today. I'm going to go get Olive and Charlie because you know it's meant to be me and the birds, and they're just over there. So bear with me 1 second. Come on, troublemakers. Can you come with me? Oh my goodness. Come on then. Are you coming? Right. Here we go. Everybody's here. Okay. Should we have some cuddles? Should we have some live cuddles and snuggles? Birdie bird, that's right. I don't know why the screen and the talking gets you so excited, but it does. Yeah, I know. Should we be nice and calm, or are we going to be very overexcited? Oh. Is that what you've got to say about it all? Laura, look away for 1 second. Is that funny, is it? I look away for 1 second. Thank you very much, Laura. Again, you don't have to start the naughty train. I really appreciate you being so generous, but you don't have to. But thank you very, very much. It's so appreciated, and it goes to these guys, and they appreciate it. So thank you very, very much for being here and being part of the community. Oh, Gina, those are really cute names. Magic Pepsi and Lucinda. That's adorable. Yeah, they do love each other, these cheeky babies. You love your Olive, don't you? And something that's quite funny when Charlie's calm is Olive loves her scritches. She could have scritches all day long. She's a very soft baby. Do you want to come here? You're being naughty. Yeah, but Charlie loves cuddles more, and he'll give her a few little pets and then expect to have all the pets for like the next half an hour. And that's not very generous, is it, Charlie Bear? Yeah. Yeah, is it funny? No, I know. What are you doing? I think there's some birds outside, which I think is why they're being quite cheeky. Joe is being very naughty as well. Thank you very, very much, Joe. Again, don't expect it. You're very, very kind and generous. Thank you for being here and for joining in and being part of the community. I really appreciate you for being here. So thank you very, very much. You're all so naughty. You don't have to be, but thank you. Yeah, you guys are throwing me off. I always get a bit like flustered. It's the Britishness of not knowing what to say and do when people are generous. But thank you very much. Don't have a go at me because you fell over. Thank you very much. So Charlie, again, is very overstimulated. Yeah, I know. If you want to see an overstimulated bird, this is it. I'm going to be calm, yeah. As I said before, when he did this before, I want to show you the realities of what it's like to be around birds and be around crimson bellies as well, because this is real life. You know, they aren't, they're not easy, and that's okay. I think David might be coming home now, so prepare for more. Cover your ears, basically, because I think David's coming in, and they normally start screaming because he's been with our neighbour doing some gaming and stuff. Yeah, here he comes. What is that? Who is that? Oh, okay. I mean, are we... Olive knows Daddy's home. Do you know Daddy's home? Look at those little tremble wings. Don't tell the others. We don't want chaos. We've had enough chaos. Oh, Joe, you're very sweet. Thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Why is Charlie puffing up? Charlie gets very overexcited. Firstly, I think with the screen and just seeing himself, but also with talking. It's the same when we're filming YouTube videos. He gets very, very overstimulated with talking, and I try and whisper, but it doesn't make any difference. When David's talking, it's a lot worse because he obviously has a big manly voice. But for me, yeah. Have we noticed that Daddy's home? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Olive loves her daddy. She's a real daddy's girl. I know, that was right in my ear. Randy, again. Randy and Klaus. Right, Randy for starters, thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you, and I don't expect you to do it. Thank you for your generosity and the cute little birdie emojis. And if you can hear me, I appreciate you as well. And Klaus, I didn't even realise you were here. Welcome. Thanks for coming. And thank you very, very much for being naughty and generous. Very, very kind of you guys again. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, you're all so lovely. It's very rare that I get people being nasty on the live stream, which is nice. I get plenty. Yeah, baby. Charlie, baby bird. I get nasty comments on YouTube and or Instagram almost on a daily basis. It's part and parcel of being a content creator, and it shouldn't be. I am going deaf. Actually, yeah, getting nasty comments is part and parcel of unfortunately being a YouTuber, and that sucks, but it's life and people horrible. But I'm really, really grateful that you guys are here because you're all so kind and lovely, and not just because you're sending stuff in, just because you're just so respectful, and I really appreciate that. It looks like a Victorian guy. I love that. What did I say you look like? It'll come to me. But Charlie, when he puffs up, we say it's like he's putting up his hackles like a dog. Kipling does as well. They have like a flat head, but the hackles go up at the back. I can't remember what I said he looks like, but it's so funny looking at their like body posture and things like that. The feather positioning of a bird is really interesting because it can tell you so much about their behaviour, and it's so subtle as well. And I really love that. We're getting overexcited over there as well. I'm going to be around for another kind of 5 minutes. If you heard that, 5 minutes. It's so noisy. And then I'll wrap things up. But I hope you've enjoyed the chaos today. Or if you're watching this back, you know, thank you for coming. And Mr. Teeny, Mr. Teeny, you're very naughty. Thank you very, very much again for being so generous and being part of this community. I really appreciate you as well. I don't think David can hear me. I think he may have just gone for a shower, but he'll say hello back. Less and more Voltron. I hope I've said that right. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm gonna cry. I can't cry on a live. I haven't cried on a live yet. Not today. Not today. Well, we're scheduling a special live when I cry. Thank you very much, honestly, truly, because you guys are just, yeah, you guys are really, really lovely, and I really appreciate you being here. So thank you very much for being so lovely. I'm just an emotional wreck, really. I've had a difficult week. I'm not going to lie. I've had a difficult long time. Probably started at birth. No, it's been a challenge, and yeah. Oh God, I am going to cry. I'm not going to do it. Right, a couple more minutes, and then we'll go. Charlie and Olive have decided to be hormonal next to me. You may have seen some flicky wings. Our neighbours last night were quite noisy, so I think they didn't get quite enough sleep. I think anyone did. I didn't really get any sleep last night, which is great fun. Again, another reason why I would love to move to a little plot of land. I don't have to worry about neighbours. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Where are you going? Little Charlie Bear? Would you like some water? Would you like some water? I love you too. Would you like some? We can have live sippy sips, maybe. No? Do you not want any? I love you, Bear. Would you like to do a wave for everybody as we wrap things up? You get some treats. Would you like to wave to everybody? Charlie, ready? You say hello. That's not waving, is it? That's coming for treat. You wave. Good boy. And let's see if we can do a flip. I may get bitten for this. Let's hope not. Ready? You finished your treat? What's this? Can you flip? Oh, you're such a good boy. Yeah, very good boy. So, yeah, good job. Right, should we do one more for everybody to wrap things up? Should we do another one? Ready? We're still eating. It's a big hemp seed. Ready? Can you flip? Oh, you're such a clever boy. And a little wave. Good man. What is good Charlie? Good Charlie. Yeah, the people who are who kind of give nasty comments, it usually gets to me a little bit to start with, because, you know, I've got very thick skin, but I'm only human. But I make a point of just like drawing a line under it on that day. Like, okay, I'm going to feel annoyed about it or sad about it today, and then tomorrow is a new day. But yeah, people suck, and it's normally because they're sad too. So I feel bad for them, because if that's the only thing that they can do is to try and make somebody else feel bad, then, you know, it is what it is. But okay, let's start saying some goodbyes, because we've got a minute left. Yes, thank you so much for all coming today and for being here. And thank you, Patreon members and channel members as well, for being here. And of course, the people in the Naughty Club on the Naughty Train, thank you so much for being so generous. Again, I don't expect it on these live streams. I'm just here to hang out with like-minded, lovely bird people, but you're all so lovely. All of you, everyone who's been here today is so lovely. So I will tell David that you all say hello. He's in the shower, I think, right now. Is that funny? But yes, I will say hello to David for you all. But yes, thank you so much for being here today, guys. I really hope that you have an amazing rest of the day. Olive and Charlie are going to go and have some flying time now and some exercise. And then it's almost dinner time as well. Charlie is wonderful. We love him to bits, even if he's a cheeky boy. I'm really glad that he and Olive have found each other and can be lifelong companions. But from me now, thank you so much for coming today and for being here. As I said, next video is hopefully going to be DIY foraging trays, which I've been trying to film for ages, but it's finally coming out. And all other bits and pieces are coming soon, so keep your eyes peeled. And don't forget to turn on notification bell on various videos, because then you actually know when videos come out. Helps my analytics, if you fancy it. But yeah, thanks for being here. Right, I need to go. Just can't stop saying goodbye. Right, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for coming. I hope you're having an amazing day. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Take care and see you later.